Hello everyone. In last lecture we have discussed descriptor format. In this lecture we will continue explanation of descriptor format. So this diagram we have discussed in last lecture. Descriptor bits are base field, define the location of the segment within the 4 GB linear address space. Because your physical memory of 80386 is 4 GB, so this bit provide the base address within 4 GB of linear address space. Limit field define the size of the segment, because in 80386 you have different size of segments. Minimum size segment is 1 byte and maximum size segment can be 4 GB. So the processor interpret the limit field in one of the two ways depending on the setting of the granularity bit. We have seen granularity bit that we defined from capital G. Capital G is the granularity bit. If it is set to 1, in that case your unit of segment is 4 kilobyte to define a limit of up to 4 GB. Means you can address 4 GB of memory in case if your granularity bit is set to 1. If your granularity bit is set to 0, in that case your unit size is 1 byte and you can address 1 megabyte of memory. This is your granularity bit, capital G. So capital G, the limit is interpreted in units of 1 byte. When set to 1, the limit is interpreted in units of 4 kilobyte. Then next bit is your type bit. Type bit basically distinguishes between various kind of descriptor. Means your descriptor is segment, system segment or code or data segment type descriptor. So type will define the various kind of descriptors. Then your next bit is DPL field that we have discussed for the privilege level, that use for the privilege checking. So by using DPL field we will provide the protection of the 80386 processes. So this bit basically used in a protection mechanism. Then next bit is your P bit, capital P, that define your segment is present or not. So if this bit is set to 0, the descriptor is not valid for use in address transformation, and the processor will signal an exception when a selector for the descriptor is loaded into a segment register. So basically what we wanted to say that in this point, your segment is present or not into the memory. If this bit is set to 0, in that case your descriptor is not valid for use in a address transformation. Means your segment descriptor that you wanted to find out, it is not present into the memory, because selected field point out the descriptor table. In the descriptor table you find out the segment descriptor that provide the base address. When you add this base address with the offset value, in that case you convert your logical address into linear address. So if your descriptor is not valid, then you cannot use for the address transformation. So this bit define your segment is present into that table or not. Next bit is access bit. If this bit is set to 1, when the segment is accessed, selector for the descriptor is loaded into a segment register. Your selector field is loaded into the segment register if you wanted to access that type of segment descriptor. Means what happened? Just listen carefully. When you wanted to access some descriptor, at that time you will check the privilege level. So processor check the privilege level by the calling process or with the target process. So your target process is your access segment. Means if you wanted to access some type of segment descriptor, in that case your processor will check first the privilege level, means DPL field. If your DPL field is less than the calling process field, means in a privilege level, we are not talking about the numerical value, because if your numerical value is lower, that means your privilege level is higher. If your numerical value is greater, that means your privilege level is lower. So I am saying if your privilege level is greater for calling process, privilege level is greater than the target process, in that case you can access that type of segment descriptor. Then you will load the selector field into the segment register. Then this selector field point out the descriptor table to find out the segment descriptor. This segment descriptor provide base address, and you add this base address with the offset value for convert linear logical address into linear address. Then descriptor table. Segment descriptor are stored in either of two kinds of descriptor table. First one, the global descriptor table, and second one, a local descriptor table. A descriptor table is simply a memory array of 8 byte entries that contain descriptor. Descriptor table is variable in length and may contain up to 8192 descriptor. What does that mean? Segment descriptor, basically you are stored in two type of table. First one is global descriptor table and second one is your local descriptor table. Local descriptor table is nothing but the extended form of your global descriptor table, and it is related to the currently executing process or currently executing task. And global descriptor table contain the information about all the tasks. So these are two tables where we contain the descriptors. So that's why we call these are the descriptor table. As we know, descriptor is nothing but the data structure or data that we store in some format that contain the information about the segments. So we say this is a segment descriptor. Then these segment descriptor we store into the table. So we say these are the descriptor table, and the table information contained into the register. So we say these are the descriptor table register, and register contain the information related to base address of the segment and size of the segment table. So here we are saying segment descriptor are stored in two type of table, global descriptor table and local descriptor table. Global descriptor table contain the information about all the tasks, and local descriptor table contain the information about the local task or currently executing task. So it is nothing but the extended form of your global descriptor table. A global descriptor table is simply a memory array of 8 byte entries that contain descriptor, and descriptor table is variable in length and may contain up to 8192 descriptor. So it depends of your segment size. Means what is your segment size? According to that your number of entries is depend, but maximum number of entries is 8192 descriptor into the descriptor table. So this is the format of descriptor table. Global descriptor table you can see in this diagram, and local descriptor table. Then GDTR means global descriptor table register contain the information about the base field of the global descriptor table, and local descriptor table register contain the information related to base address of the local descriptor table register. And you can see in this diagram the initial part of this table are unused. Descriptor tables. The processor locate the GDT and the current LDT memory by means of GDTR and LDTR registers. These registers store the base addresses of the tables in the linear address space and store the segment limit. The instruction LGGT or SGT give access to the GDTR. LLDT and SLDT give access to the LDTR. Means the processor locate GDT and LDT in memory by means of GDTR and LDTR. If you wanted to access global descriptor table or local descriptor table, so related to base address and size of this table information is contained into the GDTR or LDTR register respectively. These registers provide the base address and segment limit of this table. And for accessing this table, we use some privilege instruction. And these privilege instructions are load global descriptor table and store global descriptor table. Same thing with the LDTR, load local descriptor table and store local descriptor table. So these instructions we are using for accessing these table. Then next field is your selector field. So this we will discuss into next lecture. Thank you.